Please, I can't sleep.
It's time to listen to Courtney at last on the Ramblings of an Insomniac podcast.
Hello, welcome to episode 17 of the Ramblings of an Insomniac. I am Courtney Perry to be exact. So I'm not going to lie, I was in the middle of recording episode 17 yesterday, and I was, feeling my mojo, feeling good, kind of on a, just feeling the moment, doing well, feeling comfortable. And then in the middle of recording, I got a phone call. And normally I can just push pause and it's fine and go about my day. And then when I'm finished talking, I can push pause again and resume recording and all is well with the world. However, yesterday I slipped up and accidentally did something, I don't know, but it stopped everything. And I was a little bummed because I was feeling okay. I was kind of, I don't know, like I said, I was just flowing. And then I recorded it again and was, feeling my mojo again in the middle of recording, and the phone rang again. And I was like, for real? Oh my gosh. So long story short, I ended up kind of piecing it together. I did episode 17 part 1, episode 17 part 2, and it was not supposed to be published and live until Wednesday morning at 1 o'clock, which is when I try to put them out, 1 o'clock in the morning on Wednesdays. But as you know, I don't always do that either. But anyway, somehow I accidentally published them. And when I listened to them, it was very windy and I was talking into the microphone and then out of the microphone because, like I said, a lot of times when I'm recording these, I tend to pace. I don't know why. I always pace. When I talk on the phone, back in the day, when you had those really long cords that got tangled up into everything, I would pace back and forth and booby trap myself because there was cord everywhere. So anyways, now I'm recording this again, hoping that I don't get phone calls in the middle, hoping that I don't sound quiet and then loud all of a sudden and then quiet and then I'm trying to eat the microphone and there won't be a lot of wind. And okay, so episode 17, take 3. Anyway, what I have had on my mind were things like, I was thinking about what happens when you die, whether you are religious or not, whether you believe, science, the science part of it, whether you believe the religious part of it. No matter what you believe happens to you when you die. I was thinking about that. And I was like, well, what does happen? And then I started thinking of the show The Good Place. And I was like, I wonder if hell is like The Good Place. And you think you're in heaven and everything seems okay, but just not quite right. And you know how she lives in that clown house, but she's scared of clowns. Stuff like that, or how it's only yogurt, frozen yogurt that's available, no ice cream, it's just frozen yogurt. I thought, what if that is hell? What if, is there a hell? And then I started thinking, am I going? And I kind of just thought, what motivates people? I'm curious to know what motivates people to make good decisions, to make safe decisions, to be kind. Is it religion that propels you to want to be a kind person and follow, good morals and ethics? Is it just that you were raised by people that taught you to, have manners and be polite and treat others well, be a hard worker? Is it because you're scared of going to hell? What is it that motivates people to make good choices and do the right thing and all of that? And then I thought, well, whether you believe in religion or not, no matter what you believe happens to you after you die, I hope people choose to try to be, a good person, a hardworking person. And then that got me thinking about how there are people out there that say things like, I don't give respect unless people have earned it. I won't give my respect unless someone has earned my respect. And I thought, well, that's interesting, because what if we all felt that way? What if everybody did not give respect at all unless they were given respect first? Then nobody would ever get any respect. We'd all just be sitting around waiting for the other person to give us respect. Therefore, nobody would ever get any respect. I look at it like I will give people my respect automatically. Automatically, I'm going to be respectful to people, to others, unless they prove they don't deserve it. If they do something or say something or whatever that I feel they no longer, deserve my respect, then okay. But until then, or if that happens, I don't want to say until then because that sounds like they're going to, but if that happens, then and only then would I not, would they not have my respect? So I just think it's kind of an interesting attitude that some take about, I'm not going to give people my respect unless they give it to me first. Because like I said, if we all sit around waiting for somebody else to give respect, then none of us are going to give any respect. There'd be no respect. We'd all be sitting around being disrespectful assholes. Anyway. And then that got me thinking about psychics and mediums. Really, I segued into that for real. My brain got me because, hear me out, I started thinking that because I thought, every time you watch like Long Island Medium or Tyler Henry and you watch like psychics and mediums on TV, whenever they are relaying messages from people that have passed to their loved ones, it's always positive and happy, which is awesome if that's the case. But I'm hard pressed to say that every single time someone that has passed away is communicating with a psychic or a medium and they're trying to give a message to their friend or loved one. I mean, there has to be some times that there's a pissed off, not happy ghost that wants to be like, you know what? You tell my sister that I am still pissed about her flirting with my boyfriend. I'm still mad about it. I was mad about it before I died. I'm still mad about it. And don't think I don't see you still flirting with him now. You ain't sorry. You're still flirting with him now, even after I died. I see you. But you never hear a psychic be like, so, like there's someone sitting at the table like, my sister passed away. I just want to let her know I love her and I miss her and I'm thinking of her. Is she thinking about me? You never hear a psychic be like, well, she's thinking about you, but... And then they don't give like a bad message. So I just think, how awkward is that if like, you have a psychic that's hearing some ghost. It's like, stop telling her that I'm happy and that I miss her. No, you tell her that I'm pissed. I'm still pissed right now. I'm pissed. Tell her. Quit telling her that I'm happy with her and I miss her. And by the way, tell her to get her hair dyed. Her roots are showing. You just don't hear that. It'd be hilarious though. It'd be pretty funny. It'd be like a reality TV show that I'd watch. But anyway, so I just thought, I've just been thinking, what happens when you die? Are you a ghost? Do you become part of the earth? Do you go to heaven, hell, purgatory? Where do you go? And then that got me thinking about people that say you get what you give. You get what you give, you get what you put out. If you put out positive energy, then good things will happen. If you put out negative vibes, then you'll probably be unhappy or bad things might happen. And I think, how many people believe that? Do people believe that? Is that true? If you put out good vibes, good energy, does that in turn promote you to have a healthier life, mentally and physically healthier? Does it help you live a better life and be more successful and happier? And then I think, well, yeah, wouldn't it? I feel like it would, because If you wake up every morning and you're trying your best to be happy and look at the good and look at the positive, then you are in turn, if you're looking for the good, that is, of course, then going to make you happier. And if you're happier, you're usually not lazy. You're usually more productive when you're happier, and you're usually a little more confident when you're happier, therefore, and more motivated. So therefore, you're going to maybe go out and look for jobs, or you're going to go out and get yard work done, or go out and do whatever it is that you were putting off or scared of or not very confident with, because you're in turn, when you're, like I said, when you're putting out and you're looking for the good in things, if you're always seeking out, trying to smile and stuff, that's going to just make you be healthier and maybe stand a little taller, and therefore other people are going to treat you better. And if other people are treating you better, then you're going to feel happier. And then they're going to feel happier. So I feel like you do get what you give. Or if you put out good vibes and good energy, I'm not saying it's going to make you a millionaire necessarily. It could. I'm not saying it's going to suddenly make all the bad things disappear and your life is going to miraculously be great and grand. You're still going to have shit and you're still going to have to work hard and stuff. Yes, I'm just saying I think it does make you probably more of a successful person if you put out good. Because if you're pissed off all the time and you're angry and you're jealous or you're spiteful or whatever, then you're in turn going to get up and others aren't going to really want to be around you or really going to want to talk to you much. So then you're going to be lonelier or more bitter maybe. And I feel like if you're grumpier, you're probably not going to have a lot of confidence in yourself and you're not going to walk as tall and therefore maybe not as motivated. Who knows? But I just started thinking about that. Like, what propels people to put out the effort to be a good person every day? Is it because they want to go to heaven? Is it because they believe in karma? Is it because they were just raised to treat others well? What is it that motivates people to be kind no matter what is going on? Or to stay motivated and mentally try to be their best self, try to exercise every day, even if they don't want to, even if they're exhausted and cranky, they want to exercise. Which, of course, then that is another thing. Exercise produces endorphins. Endorphins make you happy, just like on Legally Blonde. She says that, right? Endorphins make you happy, and happy people don't kill others. I love it when she says that, and it sounded funny, but it's kind of true. And sunlight, being outside in the fresh air and the sun, the Pacific Northwest and places that are darker, half the year, like Alaska or whatever. Statistically, they have more cases of depression and alcoholism because they're not getting vitamin D. So sunshine, I know, also can motivate people and make people happier. So it's just interesting to know all the things that can help make a person happy and what it is that helps each individual. What combination, what ingredients do people need for their own self to be happier? And then that led me to believe that there are times when we are not happy and we're just not feeling the mode and we're just pissed. We're just grouchy and we just don't feel like looking at everything as all rosy and peachy and wonderful, and we don't want to hear the birds chirping. And the more people smile and laugh, the more you want to punch them in their face because you're like, oh my God, just fuck off. I'm tired. I am having a rough life right now, and I am just not in the mood for happy smiles. I get like that sometimes, definitely. I think we all do. I think we have those days where the more that someone is happy, the more you just want to deck them right in their face. And you're like, just go away with your happiness. I can't right now. And you just want to be pissed. I think, again, we're humans, and that's what we need sometimes. Sometimes we need to be pissed and negative and grouchy and just not feeling it. That's cool, because we have to feel all the emotions. Have to feel them all. And again, as long as we don't live in the negative and live pissed off, then hey, have a bad day once in a while. But anyways, those are the things that have been on my mind. But also, hey, I wanted to really give a humongous shout out to Indiana. There are quite a few people in Indiana that have been listening. Greenwood, Indiana, whoever you are, or if there are more than one of you, more than one person in Indiana, Greenwood, Indiana, thank you so much for listening. Indianapolis, Indiana. I don't know, again, if it's one person in Indianapolis or if it's several people in Indianapolis, Indiana, but thank you so much. I've noticed you've been listening. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I've noticed there are some people in Perth and Sydney, Australia. Woohoo! I love that. Thank you so much. In Tokyo. And I'm really just grateful and appreciative of every single person, no matter where you are, no matter what country you're in, no matter what city you're in. Thank you. Thank you to every single person that has been tuning in. I really can't tell you how much it means to me because I'm winging this. I really am. I have no idea what I'm doing whatsoever. I don't know. So I appreciate that you, in spite of that, you tune in and you're listening and you're like, hey, this chick has no clue what she's talking about. She can not edit. She never edits. You can hear shit in the background. But in spite of that, you still listen. And like right now, there's a truck. My neighbor is pulling into his gravel driveway, and I'm sure that's obnoxious to hear. But you're still listening. Thank you. So thank you, everybody in Indiana. Thank you to everybody in Portland, Oregon. Thank you to everybody in Australia. Thank you to everybody everywhere. Thank you to my friend in Vero Beach, Florida, Allie. To every single person in every country and every city. Thank you. And hey, on that note, if you ever want to say hey, give me some constructive criticism. And when I say constructive criticism, hey, I'm a big girl. I can handle criticism. No big deal. But I would rather it be, I really would like constructive criticism, not being rude or tacky. But if you want to say, hey, let me know how I can better this, or let me know how you're feeling about this podcast, you can email me. And keeping with the theme of unprofessional, I have the same Hotmail address that I've had since Hotmail was ever a thing, since I was like 20, and I'm now almost 48. So yes, I have a Hotmail. Yes, I need to have a professional email. And yes, I will get to working on that. But right now, it is Court_Jones29 at Hotmail. That's Court, COURT, _Jones, JONES, 29 at hotmail.com. If you want to email me, in the subject line, please put that it's about the podcast so that I won't think it's spam. Just put that it's about the podcast. And yeah, so give me a shout and let me know if you want to talk about anything, or if there's anything I need to discuss, or just whatever. Say hello. So thank you to those that have been listening, and I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your week. Keep on keeping on, and do your best to keep your head up, walk with dignity, keep your head held high, and keep the confidence in yourself, because, again, as long as we're trying and we're putting one foot in front of the other, then that's what we can do. Thanks for tuning in to the Ramblings of an Insomniac.